I'll go ahead and get started. I will apologize. Google and I are having a little comeuppance, so I realized speaking with Lori that my BCC wasn't as complete as I needed it to be, so that's why I resent it. And that's why I apologize if we got it late or if you got it twice. I'll just be doing a little more self-learning with Google and interfacing with that little guy. With that going, it's good to see everybody here. I'm glad Kelly and Shannon are here. They're going to be our presenters. I guess I'm running the show now. So as you met me at the last one, which was 4 weeks ago, and some of you met me in between. Some of you I've met, some of you I'm going to be calendaring. But I am, of course, I'm Nathan Strong, Nate here, the new executive director. I am getting my feet under myself. And on my listening tour, all of you should have seen the press release. So if any of you want any of my time, please reach out and I will get back to you. Most of you have been understanding who have. But I'm eager to hear from all of you more than just on this call as well. So to get to it too, just briefly, a few updates. As I said, I'm getting my feet under myself. We've actually, we're learning, Tracy's learning who I am, all those good things. And we do have some measures of good news. And some of you are on here are from our funders. So just so you know, some money's coming through. So we're keeping the doors open to be able to do what we need to do. And we'll get to those programs real quick. Lori is not with us for our moment of gratitude, which I did ask her to continue with that. She injured herself earlier in the week, but she's recovering and she's very positive. If anybody's going to be, it's going to be Lori. So she's looking forward to joining us just as soon as she feels like she can. So she will return, but on the VFN front, I'm going to hand it off to Kelly George to give us a brief update on that as well. So thank you, Kelly, for joining us so early. And I'll let you go.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me to be here today. Normally, I leave this meeting up to Lori because it's so early. I tend to sleep in a little bit and work a little bit later. So she's been a trooper and has been doing the update all this time. And so I'm glad to be here. And Nate, thanks for inviting me today. So on the VFN front, we have been training a couple of new VFNs that have volunteered. We're excited about our volunteers. Still looking for Spanish-speaking volunteers. If you know of anyone that is interested, we sure would love to have you send them our way because we do have a lot of Spanish-speaking clients that it's taking us a little bit of while to serve them, and we'd like to be able to get to them a little bit quicker. The one thing that we have been finding is a couple of different issues. The CHAP program in Clark County, although that we understand now is still moving quite slowly. And we do have a concern. We had a client, we are researching this issue. We haven't been able to find out really the criteria around it, but this client had been funded by CHAP back in 2020 and in part of 2021, but was told that she had received 12 months worth of assistance. So she was no longer eligible for any additional CHAP funds. And that was the first that we had heard about that. And our concern is that there are many people who've been applying last year, and some did receive funding, but rolling into this 2021 year, there has got to be many of those people that have hit that 12-month mark. So how do we now serve them? One example is we have a client who is right on the cusp of getting a new job, and it's a very good paying job. We're excited for her, but it's in the mortgage lending business. And if you know anything about mortgage lending, they do a background check, and you cannot have any dings or any negativity on your credit check. So she's very, very nervous that her landlord's patience are up to here now. They are done waiting for their money. They are done negotiating. They don't want to work with their clients. So here she is on the cusp of getting a wonderful career position, yet her landlord won't work with her. She's received 12 months worth of CHAP funding. And if that ding goes on her credit report before she gets through the entire hiring process, she's going to lose out on this position. So we're really concerned about those clients who have been dealing with this for some time, and how do we assist them going beyond 12 months? Because a lot of them are right in that cusp of either getting back to work or just starting work. So there's a gap, and they're real nervous about being homeless in the next month or two while they make that transition. We understand that this is also a difficult situation on the landlords. Not all landlords can just go on, infinity without receiving income. They have payments they have to make on those properties as well. So we understand that a lot of these landlords, it isn't just that they don't want to be work with the clients and the tenants, but they're at their capacities end as well. So we're trying to find out more about how to serve people that are on that edge, that need funding after the 12 months, and also the frustration with the landlords. If you go on the CHAP website for Clark County, the website is still down for landlords. Now, this has been ongoing for several weeks, where the landlords can't log in. They have to actually make a phone call. The waits on that phone call are exceptionally long. So there's a huge frustration on that side. And so the communication gap there through CHAP and through their website is not happening. So we're trying to work with those people the best that we can. The resources we're finding are getting smaller and smaller. And there aren't a lot of assistance out there for people that are finishing the end. People who are newer for this, which is surprising because people have been in this situation for such a long time. We are able to refer them to CHAP. We're having people reapply for CHAP again. There seems to be, again, quite a wait for that process. It's not speeded up any. We have not heard from any clients that that the process is any quicker than it was before, meaning that if they have applied for CHAP and they're in the queue, that someone from CHAP will be getting a hold of them in the next 3 to 4 months. And these issues that I'm sharing are really more specific to Clark County. We haven't seen those issues as much in the rural communities and up in Washoe County, but definitely with Clark County, and we have a huge concern about that area. The other thing that we're starting to have discussions about is our conversations with people and how their efforts in getting back to work. And what are they finding in hurdles in actually getting back and getting employment? Are they actively looking for employment, or are they still kind of holding on and getting that additional unemployment benefits? So we're starting to transition our conversations a little bit more around, let's get you back to work. And if we can help you find a career instead of a position, then that would be a great thing for them for the longer term. And our effort still remains to get them out of line for the future, right? Let's make sure they have a sustainable financial support system that's going to carry them beyond today's immediate need. So we're going to be putting those together, and we'll be looking for some great workforce development programs and employment type of programs that we can begin to refer people to that we know will be successful for them to help get them back in the employment world. And I think that's just about all that I have on the update on my end. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to throw them in the chat, or you can send me an email. It's Kelly, Kellie, at opportunityalliancenv.org. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for stepping in there. Yeah, certainly if you have any questions, you can reach out directly to her kind of while she's filling in for Lori. But thank you for doing that as well, Kelly. And so the next one we have, moving along here quickly in the interest of time, as she mentioned, we transitioning from CHAPS to the eviction moratorium and the mediation program there as well. As I said, Shannon Chambers is actually on vacation, but Shannon Myers has been working with her very directly. And also we'll have definitely our feet on the ground. It'd be an interesting update, but you should have a timeline, at least, Shannon, that you can share with us. So please take it away. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Shannon Myers, and I'm going to be the program manager for the Eviction Mediation Program. We've been working closely with Shannon Chambers, and we are really in motion, I think now. We're expecting the financial transfer so that we can begin over the next weekend or week. And we are ready to begin this work. The foreseeable time frame right now is probably about a week to get our internal ONAV HR pieces worked out and internal training started. And then when Home Means Nevada gives us our kind of external training on their programming, then we'll be ready to start processing, which we're really excited about. For those of you who maybe weren't with us last time or want a quick reminder about this program, it's a program set up by Home Means Nevada to support the Clark County court system with eviction mediation. And our role will be conduits, kind of in the middle, where we take information from the evictees, where we take information from the landlords. We listen, we compile, we paraphrase, and we pass that on to the mediators who will actually do the mediation process. We have 4 people set up, and then myself makes a 5th to be doing this processing. We have 2 of our volunteers, our VFNs, who will be working potentially in the program, and then 2 people to include a bilingual processor who has agreed to come on board with us when this program gets rolling. And it's a really great program. We're going to be doing the work for Home Means Nevada, but we're also going to be duly representing Opportunity Alliance's mission and doing spending and saving plans with each of the clients that we speak to, and that'll help them not just personally, but potentially as they go through the court system. And then we also will, of course, at the as we're wrapping up our conversations with these folks, offer further support by referring them into the VFN system if that's something that they would like to do. So it's going to be a really nice bridge between the 2 entities, and hopefully will help a lot of people along the way. That's all I really have right now. I'll be able to be on and update you as we get started in the next month. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them or put them in the chat. And that's all I have for now.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon's transitioned well, and obviously getting to know her, I know she has the background. You have the background to understand where the programs can be bridged easily like that, and we can continue to assist the individuals who come to us through that program. And again, it will be interesting to see what we get as the moratorium begins to lift or will lift and all that. With that in mind, I will open it to any questions and answer, or Q&A session here, as it had on the, as I placed on the agenda there. Any questions for either Kelly, Shannon, myself, any of your partners there? We have time for a bit of a discussion before the rest of you have to get to, the rest of us have to get to our next thing. Okay, well, if not, I definitely would encourage all of you to reach out to myself, or as Kelly and Shannon mentioned, you can reach out to them directly about those programs. You can certainly, oh, thank you, Deborah. Go ahead, yeah, you can share these updates if you need clarity. Again, go ahead and reach out directly to me, myself, or even Tracy, or anyone at, or the program managers that just spoke. If you need any details, any clarity to share with your networks. Likewise, I probably will wrap it up unless somebody does raise a hand or has something else to share. I do want to say though that in 2 weeks, I'm going to have to cancel it again. So we'll be doing that soon, and then we'll send out notice again. And I have a couple of reasons. It's the same commitment I had 2 weeks ago, that a breakfast meeting I attend here in a group, but I either will be doing that or returning my youngest to college. More than likely, he has to start class the next Tuesday after that, so I have to figure out some logistics, as many of you know or will know down the road. We won't see in 2 weeks, but we'll definitely see in 4 weeks. That'll be after Labor Day. Hopefully the heat and up here the smoke will have passed, and things will be a lot nicer for us in Northern Nevada. But other than that, if no one has any questions or any comments to share, we can certainly release you to get to wrap up your weeks. And I appreciate everyone being here. Again, as I mentioned last time, we have 21 of you, including 22, including us. And as I mentioned, when Linda introduced me at the last call 4 weeks ago now, this is encouraging. So I love seeing this many faces out of the invite, which is lengthy, and a number of the notices that I got to, which is good because it means people are taking their time as well. I'm sure Lori would say that's a good thing. People are taking time for themselves as well. So thank you once again. Again, if you have anything, if we haven't met yet, please reach out to me. If you have, we'll get back to you. We'll get something scheduled virtually, more than likely. Otherwise, I'm always happy to meet for coffee or something too for local, or when we begin to travel. I'm looking forward to meeting our partners all over the state. So thank you once again, and we'll see you in 4 weeks, and you will be noticed. So if someone has anything else, thank you.
No, Ned, I have a question.
Yes, Albert.
I just want to see if anybody is aware or can educate me on this. I don't know, there's some fundings called operational housing fundings for individuals who have underlying conditions, who are homeless, for housing that are 62 and older. Anybody know anything about that?
Hi, Elvira. This is Linda.
Yes,
And
Linda.
have you checked with the Nevada CAN project through Aging and Disability Services?
I have not.
Check with them. And also, I'm not sure how closely you work with HopeLink, but that is kind of their bread and butter, not the age group you mentioned, but homeless prevention or homeless rapid rehousing.
Okay, I will check with them then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Linda.
Yeah, thank you, Elvira.
Thank you, Linda.
Nice to see everybody. Hope everybody has a great day.
Good weekend. All right. Okay. Well, thank you. Anyone else as you guys log off? If not, yeah, thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. Great weekend. And we'll hit the ground.